boys and girls, and welcome back to Grammy's Corner Club, where we sing songs, play games, learn some fun jokes and fun facts, and best of all, story time. Yeah, so let's get the fun started today. I'm so glad that you joined me, so let me see who is here. Oh, I see a lot of you out there, and I have a special shout out and thank you to Alex. Alex says that he needs to see Grammy. He needs to meet me. Well, Alex, it's great because you and I can see each other right here at Grammy's Corner Club every week, and that's a great way for us to stay in touch. Another one that wrote Grammy was Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. She wrote and said she really likes Grammy's Corner Club. She thinks it's fun. So I appreciate that. If any of you other boys and girls want to write and let Grammy know, I'd love to hear from you. If you have some jokes or riddles or fun facts that you'd like to share them with Grammy, and I will share them right here at Grammy's Corner Club. So let me see the rest of you. I see you. Can you see me? All right, on the count of 3, I want you to say, "Hi, Grammy." Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I think I felt my hair blow when you did that. That was great, boys and girls. Okay, we are going to sing a song. And this is a song that I know you all know. And we all need to hear it from time to time. It's Jesus Loves Me. This I know because the Bible tells me so. It tells me that Jesus loves me. Jesus loves you. Maybe you're having a sad day, a mad day, a bad day, or a very good day. Any day is a good day to know that Jesus loves us. And maybe you have a friend. They don't know this song yet. You need to teach them so they have this in their hearts. Even we as adults, we need to sing, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Now, when we get to the chorus, I want to do some sign language. And I don't know much, but I know in the chorus that when you say yes, it's like you're knocking. Make a fist knock, yes. Jesus is like, see the prints on his hand. Jesus loves me. Can you do that? Yes, Jesus loves me. And then when we say the Bible is Jesus' book. The Bible, see, his hands and a book, tells me so. Okay? And we'll do that when we get to the chorus. So get ready to do the hand motions when we sing, Yes, Jesus Loves Me on the chorus. All right, are you ready? Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. We are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. How'd you do, boys and girls? Good job. Very good. Do you want to try the chorus one more time? Yes, Jesus loves me. Ready? Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Very good. I'm so glad that you sang with me. Well, by now, you've noticed that somebody's missing today. Who is it, boys and girls? Sunny. Yes, Sunny's not here today. Sunny is gone on vacation. It's summertime now, school's out, and she is gone on vacation. But someone else is here today to meet you. Would you like to meet him? This is a boy. Okay, just a minute. Let me get him. Would you like to come over? Oh. Oh. Say hi to the boys and girls. Hi, boys and girls. You know who this is? How about you tell them who you are? Okay. My name is Smiley Riley. Smiley Riley, it's so good to have you with us today. Yeah, I'm Sunny's cousin. Oh, you are? You're Sunny's cousin. Okay, and how old are you? I'm 10. You're 10 years old. Okay, well, you're a bit older than Sunny. I think Sunny is like 6. Uh-huh, she's 6 years old. I'm 10. I'm getting pretty big. Yeah, you are. I can see that. Well, that's a nice name that you have. Yeah, Smiley. I'm named after my dad. Oh, you're named after your dad. His name is Smiley Riley too. No, his is Smelly Riley. Smelly Riley? Uh-huh. Well, that sounds a little different than Smiley. Why is he called Smelly? Something smell bad? No. My dad, he can smell a clue from 10 miles away. Wow. He's a detective. Oh, I see. He's a detective, so he can smell clues. Uh-huh. And pepperoni pizza. All the way from Italy. Pepperoni pizza all the way from Italy. Yeah, Daddy likes pepperoni pizza. Wow. Well, I can understand that. I think I like a good pepperoni pizza too. So that's why he's called Smelly. But tell me, why are you called Smiley? Oh, that's your big smiling face? Yeah. Wow, okay. So, Mom liked your smiley face? Dad liked your smiling face? Yeah. Whenever I get a bright idea, I smile like this. Oh, okay. So we know you have a bright idea when you smile really big. So they call you Smiley. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, you must be a pretty smart kid if you get bright ideas. You sound like a pretty smart boy. Yeah, I am. I think. But I got lots of bright ideas. Oh, that's really good. You sound like kind of like an inventor. So tell me, if you're so smart, what's your favorite subject? Corn dogs, moon pies, and Coca-Cola. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I guess that could be a subject. Food is a subject all its own. Yeah, especially for 10-year-old boys like me. Oh, well, that's pretty good, I have to say. Well, if you're pretty smart, tell me, do you like to read? Sure do. I like to go to the library too. Yeah, there's lots of books at the library. So you must know a lot of good words. Yeah, I like big words. Well, I have some big words on the board behind me. You want to see them? Yeah. Wow. Those are really, really big words. Yeah, they are really big words, Smiley. But I'll tell you what, let's see if you can figure out what they mean. If you figure out what they mean, I want you to come over here and when you think you've got the answer, okay? Okay. Can I do that one more time? Sure. Oh, good job. That's fun. Okay, well, let's take a look at the first word. and let's see if you can read it and tell me what it is.
Okay.
Oh, you look like you're getting a bright idea. Is it coming to you?
Yep.
Oh, you got it?
Yep. I got it.
Well, what is it?
It's Crowder. When there's too many people in the room, it's Crowder.
Oh, well, I could see where you might think that, but crowded means when there's too many people in the room. Crowder actually, get this kids, it is a group of cats. It's called a crowder.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Okay, well, we always can learn new things, right, boys and girls? So that's your new word. Okay, let's try the second word.
Okay.
Oh, do you know the second word?
Yep. I know this one for sure.
What is it?
Kindle. I have a Kindle and you can read stories on it. And it's like a iPad, only it's for books. Kindle.
Well, yes, you are right. But in this case, we're talking about cats. And a Kindle is a group of kittens.
Ow! Meow, 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 meow.
Yes, that's the sound that a cat makes. Well, I tell you, a crowder is big cats and Kindle is a group of kittens. How about that? Wow. Let's look at the next word.
Ow! That's a big one.
Oh, he's got a bright idea. You got it?
Yep. It's Grimalkin. It's a strange creature from Star Trek.
Yeah, it could be. Looks like it. But you know what it is? It's an adult cat. It's called a Grimalkin.
Meow. Cats win again.
Yeah. Well, you can tell we are reading about cats and our stories about cats. So yes, you're right. And there's one more word. Let's look at the last word.
Okay.
Oh, you got it? You got it?
Allurophile.
What's that mean?
Yeah, you file your nails.
No. That means somebody that likes cats is an allurophile.
Wow.
Well, Smiley, I think you did a pretty good job trying to guess those words. They were hard, I have to admit.
Yeah, they were. They were very hard. But now I know some more words.
Yes, you do. Now you all are that much smarter. Ask your parents those words. I bet you can fool them.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my dad tonight.
Well, that sounds really good. It's been fun to have Smiley. He did a good job, didn't he, boys and girls? Yay, give him a hand, because that was pretty hard. Oh, what? I think Smiley has another bright idea.
Yeah.
You do? Well, what is your bright idea?
I think I want to hear some jokes and some fun facts.
Oh, you heard about our jokes and fun facts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, boys and girls, how about it? Let's hear some jokes for today. And I think we have some about cats and mice.
Wow.
Okay, well, boys and girls, say bye to Smiley for right now. Say bye to boys and girls.
Bye, boys and girls.
Yay, okay. Well, you have a seat over here. That was fun to have Smiley, Sunny's cousin, join us. And he suggested that we do some jokes and some fun facts. Now, you know, we read a story last week about a kitty cat. The kitty cat's name was Violet. So we're learning about cats, and cats like to chase mice. So in our jokes, we're going to have some jokes about cats and mice. What do you think about that? Let's start with our jokes first. Okay, boys and girls, put on your thinking caps. Whoops, put on your thinking caps. Tie it tight. Rev your engines. Okay, are you ready? Okay, question number 1. Why was the mouse afraid of the water? Why was the mouse afraid of the water? Because of the catfish. Oh boy, catfish. Do you think catfish will eat a mouse if it jumps in the water? I don't know. It might. Okay. Question number 2. Ready? Got your thinking cap on? Why did the mouse stay indoors? Why did the mouse stay indoors? Because it was raining cats and dogs. Did you ever say that? It's raining really hard and we say it's raining cats and dogs outside. So the mouse, he's smart. He's going to stay in. All right, we've got one more here. Let's see what it says. Oh, did you ever watch cartoons Tom and Jerry? Tom is a cat and Jerry is a mouse. Right. What did Tom get when he locked Jerry in the freezer? What did Tom get when he locked Jerry in the freezer? Come on, I know I got some smart boys out there. Smart girls. What? Mice cubes. Mice cubes. Not ice cubes, but mice cubes. That's a good one. All right, did you say that one? Yay! Like Grammy's new bell? That's when you get the right answer. Then we get to ring the bell. Yay, good job. Okay, now here's some fun facts that you can question your big sister with, who thinks she knows it all, or your big brother who thinks he knows it all. You can say, guess what? Did you know, here's a fun fact about cats. Did you know that cats mark you as their territory by rubbing their faces and bodies against you, marking you with their scent? They mark you because they love you. They say, you're mine. Did you ever have a cat do that, rub up against you? Yes, they're claiming you. Oh, here's a very interesting fact about cats. Did you know cat whiskers are the same width as their body? Get out. Really? Yep. Cat whiskers. Let's see. Does she have cat whiskers on? Cat whiskers are as wide as their body. And that's because, do you know why? The whiskers are out like this, like their body. So when they start to go through, have you ever seen cats go through small spaces, climb through small doorways? Well, they know their whiskers, oh, yep, I can fit through that. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, here's our last fun fact for the day. Cats, did you know this? Cats have an extra organ that allows them to taste scents in the air. We smell smells in the air, but they can actually taste something that's in the air. So I don't know, maybe if you open up a can of tuna, they could go, they can taste it. And they come running, don't they? Yes, if you have a cat and you know when you open up the can of cat food, maybe they're tasting it in the air before they even get there. Boy, they are hungry. That's pretty cool information though. Yeah, it's pretty neat the way God has made all of creation, right? things that we didn't even know about animals. God designed them the way they are to help them to live healthy lives. Yeah. So I think we are ready for our Violet story. Now, last week we read about Violet comes to stay. This week we're reading about Violet goes to the country. Okay, now you remember that Violet did find a home, right? God had a place for her. And that was her lesson that she learned. Her mom said, God had a special place for her, and God has a special place for all of us. Well, today, our Bible verse that we're thinking about is love covers all transgressions. It means anything that happens wrong, and sometimes maybe your brother or your baby brother does something that annoys you, and he knocks over your Lego tower, and you feel frustrated at him, and you get upset. But you know what? When we really love each other, we say, oh, that's okay, right? Okay, well today we're going to hear a story about Violet. And Violet does go to the country, but she has a day where everything goes wrong. Have you ever had one of those days? You couldn't do anything right, and the teacher was upset with you. Mom says, what? Watch where you're going. You're going to spill your milk, and you spill your milk, and everything goes wrong. Yeah, I've had those days. It's like you want to go back to bed and start over again, right? Well, today we're going to find out about Violet. And her owner, remember the lady that adopted her, was called Alice. And Alice owns a what? Alice owns a bookstore. That's right. So it's a really cool place to live. Violet was a little white cat with bright green eyes. She lived in a bookstore with a lady named Alice, and people always said the two of them went together like milk and cookies. In the mornings, Violet helped Alice wash the breakfast dishes or water the flowers in her garden. When the shop opened, Violet was there to greet the customers and to give her opinion whenever it was needed, and sometimes when it wasn't. But the evenings were Violet's favorite time of day. That's when Alice took Violet onto her lap and brushed her fur until it gleamed. From nose to tail, from ear to ear, Alice always said that. And Violet knew without a doubt that she was loved. See her owner? She's brushing her from nose to tail, from ear to ear. Yes, she's taking good care of Violet, and Violet knows she's very loved. One evening after brushing Violet's fur, Alice began to fold her clothing into a suitcase. We're going to the country, Alice said, where my aunt and uncle have a little farm. Just think, milking cows, picking apples, gazing at the stars. Won't it be lovely, Violet? Violet had seen pictures of barns and cows and apple orchards in books, but this would be her first trip to the country, and she was as curious as could be. The next morning, Alice bundled Violet into a picnic basket, and they set out. Towns and buildings gradually gave way to rolling hills, and in no time at all, they had arrived at a small farmhouse that sparkled with a fresh coat of yellow paint. Look at that pretty yellow house. Isn't that pretty? Would you like to go there and visit with Violet? I would. That's nice. Okay, let's see what happens next. Aunt Lydia was as short and boisterous as Alice was tall and gentle. They hugged and laughed and hugged again. Uncle Leo didn't say much. "Oh, this must be your dear cat," said Aunt Lydia, reaching down to pet Violet. Violet rubbed her back against Aunt Lydia's legs to say hello. She turned to greet Uncle Leo, too, but he was already headed upstairs with Alice's suitcase. Never was much of a cat person," he said over his shoulder. Aunt Lydia chuckled. "Oh, don't mind him." You see them there? Alice and Aunt Lydia chatted, Violet pushed the screen door open with her nose and slipped out onto the porch. There was a tidy red barn, a fenced paddock where sheep grazed under a spreading oak, and a kitchen garden with ginger-colored pumpkins and winter squash peeking from among the vines. Behind the barn lay the fields, now fallow for the season, and rows of fruit trees, their leaves already touched with the golden hues of autumn. Violet could hardly contain her excitement. It was everything she had imagined. Should she climb up to the hayloft and choose a spot for a nap? Or perhaps she would head for the pasture and see if sheep were really as woolly as they looked in picture books. Yes, that's what she would do. Oh boy. As Violet trotted across the yard, she turned to see a line of downy chicks trailing a hen like rail cars behind a steam engine. Real chickens, thought Violet. This was far better than any book. See them right there? When the mother hen went peck, 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 the chicks went peck, 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 beep. When the mother hen fluffed her wings, the chicks went fluff, 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 beep. What were they pecking at? Violet crept closer to get a good look, but the mother hen had spotted her.
Get back! Get back!
She warned Violet.
Back, back, back!
Bark, bark, bark. She darted at Violet in a great flurry of feathers and squawks.
Back, back, back! Beep!
The little chicks twittered, and back Violet skittered right into Uncle Leo's path. Uh-oh. Do you see Uncle Leo? What's he carrying? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? Oh, dear. Now, Uncle Leo had been heading to the barn with a stack of paint cans. He hopped right, then he hopped left, then he hopped right again to avoid stepping on Violet, and the tower of cans swayed left, then right, then left again, until finally they tumbled to the ground with a whump, 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 whump. Paint splashed the gravel like yellow rays of sunshine. The hens and chickens squawked and scattered. Oh no! Look at that mess! Oh. Violet could see Aunt Lydia and Alice leaning over the railing to get a better look. Are you all right, Leo? Called Aunt Lydia. I'm all right. I can't say the same for the paint. Uncle Leo replied. I was going to use it for the hen house, but the hens will just have to make do with what they've got. Thanks to this blasted cat. Oh. At that, Violet took off for a space beneath the porch steps, leaving a trail of yellow paw prints behind her. She stayed there for the rest of the afternoon, coming out only when Alice coaxed her with a dish of milk. I think she got scared. Oh, what a fine mess, Alice said when she saw Violet's yellow paws. Let's get you clean, shall we? Alice sprinkled some baby oil onto a cloth and gently rubbed Violet's paws until every last bit of paint was gone. Don't see what you like about that cat, Uncle Leo mumbled. Alice was brushing Violet's fur from nose to tail, from ear to ear. Seems like an awful fuss to make over an animal. Oh, I don't know what I'd do without her, said Alice, peering into Violet's green eyes. She always seems to know just when I need a good cuddle. And hearing that, Violet purred just a little. Oh, the next morning, Violet woke to the throaty call of the rooster and the squeak of a screen door. And if you live on a farm, you know what a rooster sounds like. What's a rooster say? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Who could be up so early? She quietly slipped from the foot of Alice's bed and was on the porch just as Uncle Leo walked into the barn. It must be milking time. Violet raced to catch up. The morning air was cold, and though dawn was just beginning to soften the horizon, the light glowed inside the barn with inviting warmth. Violet watched as Uncle Leo sat on a stool next to a cow, but she decided to keep her distance. The last thing Violet wanted to do was to get in Uncle Leo's way. Uncle Leo's hands began to move in steady rhythm, and he talked in low, soothing voice to the cow. 2 long streams of milk shot in the pail between his feet. You see that, where he's milking the cow? In time, Uncle Leo stood up, moved the pail to the side, and stepped out of the stall. Quietly, very carefully, Violet eased over to see how much milk he had collected. How warm and sweet the milk looked. Just then, the cow mooed. "Moo, good morning." And Violet jumped. But that startled the cow, who moved left, then right, then left, again to avoid stepping on Violet. Her heart pounding with fear, Violet danced right and then left, then right again, and suddenly, bang! The cow kicked the pail and over it went, spreading frothy white milk through the straw. "Oh no!" thought Violet as she licked drops of creamy milk from their paws. But she didn't have long to savor the taste. "Oh, Lord, have mercy," Uncle Leo said, throwing up his hands. Even the cow looked grumpy. "Cat, what in the dickens are you up to now? Go on, scoot." Violet didn't wait to hear any more. She dove behind the hay bale and hid there until Uncle Leo cleaned up and left. See the mess there? Soon Violet heard Uncle Leo grumbling that there wouldn't be any warm milk for his oatmeal this morning. "Oh, she didn't mean any harm," said Aunt Lydia. "It's in a cat's nature to go exploring, you know." Violet slinked away to a quiet place under the old tractor. She couldn't bear the thought of getting in Uncle Leo's way again. In the afternoon, Violet saw Aunt Lydia, Uncle Leo, and Alice make their way across the sheep paddock toward the orchards. There wouldn't be any paint cans or milk pails there, and she'd stay close of everyone's feet. Violet ducked under the gate and started up the hill. She stopped to chase a butterfly as it flew lazily through the tall grasses. When she looked up, she was startled to see a big white dog just a few feet away. Look at that. The dog noticed her and his ears perked up. Then his tail started wagging from side to side. "He wouldn't," Violet thought, her green eyes going wide. "He doesn't mean to chase me." Uh-oh. Look at what's going to happen. But even as she watched the dog start running straight for her, quick as a flash, Violet made for the big oak tree, scrambling higher and higher until she felt safe enough to look back. "What are you doing up there?" the dog asked from far below. Violet tried her best to look relaxed, but her tail was as full as a topsail in high wind. "I thought you were chasing me," she called to him. "Nah," said the dog, "just having a little fun. Climb on down. I'm too old for chasing cats. Besides, I have work to do." And he wandered back to the sheep that he was tending. He's a sheepdog. Isn't that neat? You see, she got safe up in the tree. Violet's heart beat faster. Climb down? She'd never climbed up a tree before, let alone down. Violet tested her footing, but the leaves rustled and the branch seemed sure to break. She couldn't do it. Climbing up had been instinct, but getting down? Oh no, that was another matter. It seemed like hours had passed before Violet spotted Aunt Lydia and Uncle Leo and Alice returning from the orchards. Oh, at last! Alice would come looking for her now. But instead, the three of them crossed the far end of the paddock, went along to the farmhouse, their baskets piled high with apples. Violet meowed, meow, as as loudly as she could, but she was too far from the house for anyone to hear her. As dusk came, the sky turned a soft purple. Even the sheep who had grazed lazily all afternoon began to gather in for the night. Violet watched as Alice stepped onto the porch and called to her, "Kitty, kitty, kitty." "Here, Violet." "Meow, meow. Here I am." Violet meowed back, but Alice could not hear her. "Oh, what if no one finds me?" Oh, Violet thought with a heavy heart as she watched Alice go back inside the house. At that moment, Violet had never felt so little or so alone. Just when Violet began to give up hope, Uncle Leo came out into the yard. He looked under the porch stairs. He looked in the barn. He looked in the hen houses. Then he looked up at the oak tree. Uncle Leo? Thought Violet. He couldn't be looking for her, could he? Not after all the trouble she had caused. But then Uncle Leo started walking toward the paddock, and he kept right on coming through the gate, up the hill, until he was standing directly beneath the tree's graceful branches. Violet gave a tentative meow. Meow, meow. Cat, what have you got yourself up to now? Said Uncle Leo. And with that, he turned and walked off to the barn. Oh, Violet's heart sank. But then he reappeared in the barn door, a tall ladder tucked under his arm. Aunt Lydia and Alice came out of the house and followed him over to the tree. "Oh, my poor Violet," cried Alice. "I've been searching everywhere. I even looked in the pie cupboard. How did you know she'd be up there?" "Ah, when we headed up to the orchards, I saw that white tail waving through the grass as clear as a flag," Uncle Leo said. "I figured a cat as curious as that one would probably get herself up a tree one way or another." Look at that. See them going with the ladder up to the tree? Oh, let's see if he can get her down. A few minutes later, Uncle Leo had climbed to the highest rung of the ladder, but though he stretched and stretched, Violet was still too far for him to reach. Uncle Leo sighed. "Now look here, Cat. I can't come out to you. You're gonna have to come to me." Violet trembled. Uncle Leo looked so far away, and the ground was so far below. Oh, what's she gonna do? "Have faith, Cat," said Uncle Leo quietly. "I won't let you fall." And he stretched his arms as far as they would reach. Let's see if he can reach Violet to help her get out of the tree. See him reaching? He has to reach really far. Are his arms far enough? Is he gonna be able to get her? Let's see. Violet gave a small meow, put out a tentative paw. The branch seemed to waver and the leaves rustled, but Uncle Leo held his arms steady. "He won't let me fall. He won't let me fall," thought Violet. And with that, she took 1, 2, 3 little steps across the length of the branch and straight into Uncle Leo's arms. "There now, Cat," Uncle Leo said as he tucked Violet into his jacket to warm her up. Violet could feel his heart beating as fast as hers. Uncle Leo carefully made his way back down the ladder. Then he handed Violet to Alice, who cuddled and cooed to her until Violet felt quite safe again. "Oh, sometimes it's hard to be a little cat. It's such a big world, isn't it?" said Alice as she gently kissed Violet's head. And hearing that, Violet had to purr just a little. Later that night, everyone gathered on the porch to enjoy a slice of warm apple pie and gaze up at the stars. As Violet watched, tiny lights began to sparkle across the grass. Could they be stars too? She flicked her tail in curiosity, then quickly held herself still. Curiosity had gotten her into enough trouble. Oh, it's the last fireflies of the season, said Aunt Lydia. They're like God's earthbound stars, said Alice wistfully. We don't see many fireflies in the city. As Alice and Aunt Lydia chatted, Violet glanced at Uncle Leo. He looked so tired, and she wished she knew how to thank him for rescuing her. Then she had an idea. Let's see what her idea is. Oh, look at this. Violet tiptoed over to him and nudged his leg ever so gently with her head. A good cuddle always made Alice feel better. But would Uncle Leo want anything to do with her after all the trouble she'd been today? Aw, Uncle Leo looked down at her. I never was much of a cat person. Then he leaned down and lowered his voice. But I suppose I could make an exception for you. As the last fireflies of the season glimmered in the cool night air, Uncle Leo scooped Violet onto his lap and gave her the softest of rubs between her ear. And she began to purr. Quite a lot. Oh, isn't that a sweet story? Well, I've enjoyed reading with you boys and girls today. Now I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Bye, boys and girls.